Hello Universe, this is Gypsy. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. This project is Throwing 30. This is a panning collaboration with the Pantastic ladies of Facebook. And in this project we have a year. It starts May 16th of 2019 and runs to May 16th of 2020. I wrote the date down wrong. I wrote 2019. Just a habit, I guess. We're going to do monthly updates. I'm starting on the 19th. This is a big project. It's got 30 items in it. I've tried to organize them all into a 10 because I want to try to work on a lot of shades, a lot of lighter shades. And I've tried to organize it by drawing a map of the 10. So this might be a challenge just to get this first one recorded. The first project that they listed that we're going to revisit in the Throwing 30 is the 12 Days of Christmas. And the color that I chose was a white. And I haven't touched it yet. It's this one right here. And because I have a year, of course, I'm going to hope that I can complete it. The second one is 50 Shades of Panning. And because that reminds me of that movie, 50 Shades of Grey, I chose this darker color because the S&M community and to me, my mind goes to the leathers and the dark colors and the restraints and all those games that they play with each other. And they don't, I wouldn't think of any bright colors in that type of play. Maybe red lingerie, but I would think of dark colors. The next one they chose was the 7 Deadly Pans. I chose Greed, and I chose a green for that. And that is green representing money. That's this one. That's going to be a challenge for me. I'm not a green girl. I don't wear a lot of green, so we'll have to see how that goes. The next one is Let's Get Naked. That was a project that they had. I think they were panning the Naked palette. That was before my time because I didn't start panning. I didn't find panning until September of 2018. I've only been panning a little while. Let's Get Naked. I chose a nude color. I chose this color right here. That nude color. The next item that they, or the next project was the A to Z project. And I just sort of randomly went through and chose, I think, that gray, because A to Z could be anything. Gosh, you could associate anything with it. I think that's an Almay color, so I chose A for it. The next one is the Birthstone Beauty, and I'm born in October. My birthstone would be pink, or it would be opals. So that would be this pink right here. There's a slight dip in it. I do like wearing pinks, a one and done type color. The next one is Budget Beauty, and all of the palettes in here with the exception of one should be Budget Beauty. So, hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm showing you the right one. Number 7 should be that one. The white one. All of these I think are Budget Beauty except that one. That's an Ofra. I think everything in that tray is a Budget Beauty. The next one was Cupid's Bow. That was the Cupid's Bow project, and I chose Pink Lips. I chose number 8. Let me make sure I'm looking at this right. That would be this pink right here, and it is shiny. It is a shiny pink. It's not a lipstick. I'm making a substitution for that, but Cupid's Bow. The next project, Destination Pan. I was thinking of sandy beaches. I live in a coastal state, and our sandy beaches can be as dark as that. This one right here. They're not always stark white. Sometimes they have a darker look to them, depending on what part of the state you go to. The next one, a Disney animated film. When I think of Disney and children's movies, I think of something light. I think of colors like this one right here. So that's going to represent a Disney movie. The next project they selected was the Disney Princess. They panned for Disney Princess, and I chose Snow White. So I'm choosing the one right beside it. Uh-oh, that's going to change things. Let's put that back. Okay, so I chose that one right beside it. They're slipping around. The next one, Dropped In Before Summer. Because these are new with the exception of the pink, I chose this one in the corner. It got cracked when I was depotting it, and I probably stand a better chance of dropping something like that before summer, working my way through a cracked one like that before summer than any of the other ones in here that I see. So that was my logic for choosing that one. The next one is Every Day is a Holiday. I chose cream because I was thinking if you're thinking of light colors and you're blending them all together, you're gonna come up with a cream. So I chose that one to represent Every Day is a Holiday with a color mix. The next one is Fall for You. I chose a fall color out of this palette. I chose that one because I thought that might be something I'd wear in fall. The next one is Fire and Ice. So I chose ice. I chose this white to represent ice. The next one, the next project was the Golden Girls, and I simply chose a goldish color. I chose this one. It's kind of a goldish tannish color. The next product is the Harry Potter. I chose a dark beige for that because that's kind of the color theme, the overall color. It's kind of a gray, dark. It has to do with the lighting in the movie. That's what I think of when I think of that movie. This one up in the top corner. Kind of a dark theme, a dark movie to me. So I chose beige. Not dark in as sinister, but the lighting effects. The light in the building, how they lived. It's just kind of a gray, overcast kind of day. The next one is Heavy Metal. I chose what I perceived as a metal color in my palette, this gray down in the corner, and it's a frost, so it maybe possibly will look a little metalish when you wear it. The Justice League, I just chose a uniform gray, guys, because when I think of Justice, I know that that's a whole comic series, but when I think of Justice, I think of our judicial system, I guess because I was paralegal before I was a nurse. I think of the men in blue and men in uniform, so I chose that gray for that one. The next project would be Lip Service. I simply chose a coral for that. This one right here. Probably because we're about to come into summer and I think of coral lipsticks for summer, and I am participating in that project. That is one of the ones. The next is the Marvel Avengers, and I chose, where is it? I chose this color down in the corner for the Marvel Avengers, and I can't really tell you why. Probably because I'm not that familiar with the difference between the Marvel characters and DC comic characters. I was not a comic book girl. That was my brother's thing, so I can't help you with that one. The next project that they selected to pull from was Mean Girls quotes, and I think of just dark people. When I think of Mean Girls, I don't think of light colors. I think of dark colors, but to kind of cut them some slack, because there's there's good, bad, and all people. I just chose a sort of a neutral dark color, this color in the corner, to represent that Mean Girls project. I didn't go in and select a quote from them, but in the original project you selected a quote. The next one, Movie Madness, the last movie that I watched was The Illuminati, and this was a color theme that made me think of the Illuminati. This beigey color here has to do with the colors that I think of when I even think of Italy and Rome. The colors of the buildings, how they, their architecture. That's kind of the color that I thought of. I just watched The Illuminati with Tom Hanks, an older movie. The next project they chose was the panning games. And honestly, guys, I think you can choose anything for the panning games. So I chose this earthy, grayish, bluish tone for the panning games because that would be everything in here. Peeping pan. The only one in this whole project that has any pan showing is this one up top. That's why it got chosen. Rocking around the Christmas tree. I chose an eyebrow product because it's probably going to take me until Christmas of next year to finish this thing, just because eyebrow products take so long. That's how much I've got to go. And I'll measure this. I'll figure out a way to measure this, my start point for this. It's not in another project. The next project that they chose to include in this 30 is the rolling perfume roulette. I didn't want to do a perfume, so I chose something in a glass bottle. I'm choosing to do the O2O. It's almost full. I've got this much use. This is a face primer. It's got gold flecks in it. It's in a glass bottle with a pump. That's why I'm choosing to do that one. The next one is Skin is In, and I chose what I thought was kind of close to a flesh color on this. It does have some frost in it, but that's as close to a flesh color as I can get. I didn't want to do a skin product. I kind of wanted to keep them all condensed just to be able to participate. I needed to make this easy on myself. The next one is Throw in Shade. See, I thought that was kind of a gimme because in my project, all of these are eyeshadows, and that project was to try to use up shades. So I just chose this one in the corner right here, this gray, to represent Throw in Shade. I felt like it could be any of them. And the last one is Turn and Burn. Turn and Burn was really for samples. I don't have any samples, guys. When I started panning, those are what I reached for first. I took advice from other folks who were doing no-buys and discontinued all of my subscriptions, like Gypsy and Ricky's Cult. So I don't have samples coming in. I don't go to Sephora or Ulta because of this no-buy that I'm doing this year. I started last September. So I don't have samplers. I'm just going to throw in this white eyeliner to work on, a Bonnie Bell. I know that this isn't something that you would turn and burn, but it's a year-long project, so I'm going to try. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope that you'll follow the progress of my project and cheer each other on. And if I'm successful, in a year, I will pan all of these colors. I did choose lighter colors, guys. My pan as old as time has dark colors in it. I'll have 2 pencils out of my life, and I'll have some face primer used and out of my life. The colors I selected, with the exception of the Ofra that's in here, that one right there, that came last year in an Ipsy bag. I'm pretty sure these are all budget products like Revlon, Maybelline. There might be some Estee Lauder and some Mary Kay in here. but I think this is going to be predominantly Maybelline, Almay, and Revlon. Some of these are really old, can't even tell you how old they are. So I do want to use them. I do want to pan them. When I do my updates, I'm just going to probably show you what I may be getting good dips on or good pan on. I'm not going to go in and associate these again with the topics because I think those updates would be as long as this is, and we're at the 15-minute mark. I don't like to make panning videos and makeup videos that are this long. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing and making comments. I appreciate your support. Guys, have a great day. Toodaloo.